Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Liliana Thelander.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening. Good afternoon. People have asked me why my husband is running for Congress. Politics has become so mean and negative. And people that know Ed, they know how giving and positive he is. So why to get mixed up in this swamp? I remind them what Edmund Burke said. The only thing necessary for evil to succeed is for good men to stand back and say nothing. In my life, I have seen this come true. I came to this country 28 years ago to learn English. And while I was here, leftist authoritarians have destroyed the land where I was born, Venezuela. A once prosperous country, Venezuela has in the last 20 years been reduced to empty shelves, violence in the streets, and a clampdown on any opponents of the tyrannical regime. Sometimes I am astounded to hear self-described socialists excuse Hugo Chavez or Nicolás Maduro. Over time, I have come to see these defenders as simply misguided or ignorant. Sadly, from first-hand experience, I know why we can't afford to be charmed by socialism. With my own eyes, I have witnessed how state control of the economy leads to human misery and failure. As a student in Virginia Beach, I found first the opportunity to continue my studies, and then happiness with Ed and the family we have built together. When you marry into the military, you discover that teamwork applies to everyone. During Ed's many dangerous assignments around the world, I kept faith and hope intact at home. I knew he was risking his life for our safety. When it became our time to choose, we decided to raise our children in this great state of Maine. The natural beauty of this place has inspired my second career as an artist. When I paint, I enjoy the challenge of capturing on canvas the surroundings that make our way of life here precious and unique. I have dedicated my volunteer time and energy to work to ensure free and fair elections and to stop the mandates. That is why I welcomed Ed's decision to enter the congressional race. Why do I think we need men like Ed in Washington? First, I know that Ed puts his country, like his family, ahead of himself. He always has. This is something that comes instinctively to him, whether in his military service or the things that he has done to our community, whether raising money for veteran causes or grading the driveway of our church. Ed does public service naturally and modestly. So modestly, in fact, I have to talk about his achievements, because he wouldn't. Second, over time, I have come to know Ed's capacity for bringing more than one side together to get to a better outcome, whether negotiating between Arab tribes in Yemen or rival teams while he was coaching soccer, our kids' soccer teams. He has pushed for fair and mutually beneficial solutions. We need this kind of attitude in Congress now more than ever. Okay. Finally, As his wife and mother to our children, I can assure you that he is not only a man of integrity, but also a true conservative to his core. Ed believed in such principles as the right of life, liberty, and the constitutional structure of our government. He has not only sworn to defend this, he has gone to incredible lengths to actually do so. If you haven't guessed, I am more than a little biased in favor of my husband. Right now, Ed is building a team to win District 1 for the first time in a long time. When he puts his mind on something, he does it, and I know that. Ed's chances to win next November are also have a lot to do with you. Ed can do it, and we can do it with him. We would be honored to have you join our team. Thank you all for all your help, and let's go, Brandon! I'm sorry, I meant to say, let's seal the deal. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my husband, your next Congressman, Ed Thelander.
All right. Hey, while we gather here, enjoying our right. Oh, you good? Good. Okay. All right. While we gather here, enjoying our right to freely assemble and take all the privilege that we really enjoy and feel safe, there are people out there that put their lives at risk to ensure we are here and safe. Please join me in a moment, standing for a moment of silence to remember our fallen, our military, our law enforcement, our firefighters, and other first responders. Thank you. I was in the SEAL teams for 21 years. I walked amongst the giants. That was my team. When I retired, I saw a gap that needed to be filled in all the volunteer firefighters, so I became a firefighter. I saw another opportunity to become part of another team. I saw that again when I joined the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department, and I became a reserve deputy sheriff. I've always surrounded myself with a great team. That's all I know. Surround yourself with good people. Right now, you folks, you are those people. We need to come together right now. Put ourselves together. If we don't do this now, there might not be another chance, folks. So we just had our caucuses. Probably a little fighting, some counties a little more than others. That's the way it is, and there's a reason for it. We're very passionate as conservatives, as Republicans. We're also not the hive-minded left, right? We think by ourselves. We don't have a need to conform. But now, we've had our votes, we've made our decisions. Now we need to come out together and work together so we can get this now. It's not just this seat, right? It's all these seats. We need to take all the seats from the schoolhouse to the Blaine House. In 2024, we need to take the White House. We can do it because we're going to come together. We will get it done. Is anybody happy with gas prices? No! It doesn't need to happen, does it? No, we need to open up our pipeline and we need to drill, right? We're being sanctioned by the progressives, right? You don't do that to yourselves, but it's happening. Food prices, same thing. Anybody happy with that? No. There are people that are truly making decisions right now on what to eat for dinner tonight. Is it pasta with meat sauce or is it pasta with butter? Schools. Anybody happy with schools right now? No. Doesn't need to happen. Has there ever been a time where parents were demonized by caring what their children were learning and finding out what's going on in school? That's happening now. That's why we're standing up together. Medical freedom, the right to decide what to do with your body. Has that ever been infringed like it is right now? There are doctors, I have doctors that are friends that did not feel comfortable talking about their difference of opinions or what they actually agreed upon right now about a virus and its treatment. That's incredible. We can't make it up. It's the fiction novel that is being written right now in front of us is incredible. We've got to come together and stop it. Our freedom of speech. Anybody happy with your freedom of speech getting infringed? No. Is it happening? Yes. We're going to come together to fix that. We have to do it now. Every time I talk to different business owners and they shy away because they don't want to have a Republican event because the people on the left are outright mean. And hey, if you don't stand up now, if you don't stand up right now, shame on you, because that freedom of speech is going to get squashed. Because now President Biden's he's creating the 1984. It's happening right here. You can't make that up, and it's happening right here in America. Is anybody happy with the border right now? The border does not have to happen, what's happening right now. All you have to do is say no, right? It's like good parenting. You know, when we say no in our house, it does not mean that you get a free cell phone, a plane ticket, and traveling money if you don't do what's right. That's what's happening now on our border. It doesn't make sense, it's not right, and all you got to do is say no. You know, hey, as I talk about a lot of different things, one thing we'll talk about is just the idea that we're going to stop getting the grunt out a lot as Republicans. What I'm talking about is speaking in full thought. We're angry because what's happening is wrong. We got a right to be angry. But if we don't start to get the full thought out and not just the grunt, get everything you mean up front, we're scaring people away from our party, and we've got to stop doing that. When I do talk about the border, because it is as crazy as it's ever been, the fentanyl coming into our state, in our country, is wrong. It's insane, and it doesn't need to happen. The laws are in place right now to fix the border. They're just not being allowed to do it. So you have a right to be mad, but you know what? We need more good Americans in America, too, like my wife, from Caracas, Venezuela. Been here 28 years, solid citizen, like Suhair and Akil. Hey, they are going to help us fix this country. Like my mom from Montreal, Canada, been here 56 years. And I remember as a child, she actually got her citizenship because she wanted to vote and make a difference. As the left begins to water down what it is to be an American by taking away and making it so, Portland wants to get anybody to vote. You can't make that up. It absolutely does not make sense. So when we speak in full thought, we're going to start getting people to come over to our side. It has to happen right now, and it is happening. Most of these folks that are coming in, like my wife, like Akil, Suhair, they are, as they said, afraid of what they left. It is coming here. There are so many of us that have never done this before, right? I have never run for office before. Therefore, this is my fault. The condition of our government, our country, it's my fault. I take ownership for it because I've never done this before. But from here on out, we are going to be active. We are going to step forward. If you can run, you need to run. We got first-time people doing this all over the place. Heather Sprague. We've got Elizabeth Jordan. We've got Jason Joyce, and a list more. I want to say pretty close, 40-ish% of our candidates have never run before. Right? You've got Bruce Poliquin, Governor Paul LePage, stepping out of retirement. Don't have to do it. But they have to do it. I have to do it. Because we want to save what we have. If we don't do it now, again, shame on us. We're going to lose it. Once we take it back, we have got to do something with it. Right? If we don't start rolling forward, if we don't actually start to get some accountability in our government and actually go on the offensive, tired of being and watching us be on the defense. There's some people out there that need to get taken care of. That's going to happen if you get somebody with integrity in Congress. You'll notice a lot that I really don't bash the word Democrat. I don't. You know why? The Democrats aren't in charge anymore. The progressives are. I want the Democrats to take charge of their party again. They're cowering in a corner. It's every wacky thing that keeps coming and more, we're getting more Democrats to come on board. I can't but not say it. Our max donation so far, and it's still a challenge to some of you, is from a far-left Democrat. It's real. The red wave is real, and more people are jumping on board than ever before. I want you to reach out. We cannot do this alone. We're going to reach out to people that might make you feel uncomfortable. We're reaching across the boards, Democrats, independents, and, you know, hey, we got to push the Republicans to get out and vote. But we're going to reach out to people that normally you might not talk to. There are more diverse groups out there. We've got in the back there, Maine Stands Up. Those folks are doctors, lawyers, farmers, grocery workers, you know, fishermen. They're a diverse group. They're a diverse group because there are Republicans, there are independents, and yes, there are Democrats in there. Actually, probably a good majority. But you know what? They're all going to vote right now. When I get there, with your help, I'll do my job. I have the integrity to do it. I have the fortitude to do it. My wife will make sure I do it. I will not pander. I don't sprinkle money here and there. You know, I don't make false promises. I will truly do my job. And then I'll come back and be amongst the people again. The way it should be. That's right. Hey, we live in the greatest country in the world. We are kind. We are welcoming. We have more immigration in this country, true immigration, where you can become a citizen, than any other country in the world. Don't let people push you around. Don't let people set you back on your heels when they come up with the craziest ideas that you're not supposed to be involved with your children. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't have a voice there. Don't let anybody tell you that gas prices is not Joe Biden's fault. It's his fault. Don't tell anybody that you don't have a right to do what you want medically with your body, or your doctor cannot have a second or third opinion. That used to be normal, you know? Second, third opinions, right? Now it's illegal, right? Again, we cannot do this alone. Everybody needs to step up. One team. Come together and get this done now. Right? Reach out. Make it uncomfortable. Get it, and then make it normal. Reach out and find those people that are going to actually help out and jump on board. We'll get this done now. We'll get this done together. God bless America. Thank you.